Hey there, Aubrey. How's it going today?
I'm great. How are you? What's up with you?
What's up with me? What's up with me? What's shaking, as I like to say? What's shaking?
Did I
Oh,
just
not
see
much.
your puppy behind you? You guys, this is
Yeah.
on video. I think I saw him walk by.
He was. He's
So
he's
cute.
two now. He's two now, which is crazy. He's still
Not a
a
puppy
puppy,
anymore. That went fast.
but he's still got the heart of a puppy. He really does. He just wants to play all day. He sees a dog, he's like, "Let's play," and he goes nuts. It's just so cute. Yeah.
I love that. That's actually really fun. Do you take him to like a dog park pretty often to play with other dogs?
We do. We do that a lot. We just did that last night. We took him there and he
Nice.
went around and they were all just very bouncy dogs. They were having so much fun. It's adorable. It is
It
the
makes it
best
a
thing
lot
in the
easier
world.
to meet people, right? When if you have a kid or a dog, I feel like
Yes,
it's easier to approach other adults and then talk about the dog or the kid.
that's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. What's going on in your world today?
Yeah, well, my kids are in school, so I'm getting a lot done. I'm very excited to be on the mic with you. We had a really interesting question. I was just letting Lindsay know that I actually learned kind of something researching a little bit for this question because English
Okay.
is evolving, you guys. Words change, the dictionary is updated constantly to match more how we're using words. Which
Yes.
I always say, don't correct anyone's grammar because for all you know, it's changed. The dictionary's been updated and it's different from what you learned maybe from a textbook.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes, absolutely. And I really do believe, like that's part of all Allers English's kind of concept or vision is that language is dynamic. It does change.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there are certain people that believe that language is static and that it doesn't change and that it should be preserved. But preserved back to what, right? If you're going to go
Right?
that route,
How
should we
far
be
back do you
speaking like
go?
Shakespeare or
Old
what, right?
English? Right?
Yeah. So we like
Exactly.
to go with reality, and reality is that it's always changing.
Exactly, right? And this we're talking about until and till today,
Okay.
and it has changed. So you've likely heard native English speakers use till in multiple contexts. So today we're going to break down how we use this and share ways that you can use it to build connections while answering a very insightful listener question.
Okay, so the keywords are until then. Is that right? Just to make
Yep.
sure we're clear? Okay,
Yep,
good.
exactly.
Great.
Do you
Well,
want to
Aubrey,
read the question for us, Lindsay?
well, I was going to ask you if you would read it for
Oh,
us
sure, I'm on
today.
it. Yes. So this is from Alan. He said, "Hi, Lindsay, Michelle, Jessica, and Aubrey. I've been listening to All Ears English for a couple of years now. I must say you're fascinating. Your podcast has really taken me to the high league of English speakers. I love that. I was
Ooh.
wondering if you could discuss what the differences are between the use of after and till after. I've heard here and there how people use it, but I guess that there's a oh, I've got the wrong question here. Sorry, we're gonna have to start over.
Oh.
I don't know where I put the question, but that's not
No
it.
problem. Hey, this is Connection Not Perfect. We can rescue this episode. Hey guys, we made a little mistake. We had the wrong question written in, but can you paraphrase the question from the student
Oh, no,
maybe,
this is
you
it.
think?
This is it. Because I was
This is
looking at
it.
something
Okay.
else. That's funny. It was
We're
after
good.
and till after. Here we go. Okay. I've heard here and there how people use it, but I guess that there's a subtle difference between them in each case. Thanks again and keep the high energy. Best, Alan. That's so funny because while I was reading it, I was like, oh, this is more about after. But no, the question is
Oh.
when do we use after and when do we use till after? So
Okay.
then the more I dove into it, the question is really about until versus till. So we're going to answer Alan's question and then dive even a little deeper about how until has changed.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm going to learn something new here too, right? I mean, this is great. These episodes do force us to go deeper into English and really pay attention to what our friends are saying in our world as native speakers. And sometimes we go into the dictionary as well, right, Aubrey?
Yes, exactly. I did need to do that because I wanted to know like how has this changed? Why has this changed, right? What
Yes.
and I've seen till written apostrophe TIL and also
Okay.
TILL. And honestly, I thought that one was a mistake. And so I dove in a little deeper and turns out it's not. So let's give you guys a little background first of all.
Okay.
Till, TILL, was actually used first. That's actually the oldest. And
What?
then we
Interesting.
had it
Okay.
evolve to be until. We took a different part of a word, and add it to till. And so that's what really has changed. So now when you see TILL, you think of it as much more informal, but that actually was the original use. That's so fascinating,
That is fascinating.
right?
I thought
So,
it was just a shortening, like a lazy
yeah.
version. until, but it's an original version.
I know,
Wow.
fascinating, right? So that TILL is the original version. We use them, of course, in modern English to denote when something will happen. And till, TILL, are both still standard. You both see them in the dictionary. And
Okay.
then, yeah, that's what really surprises people is that till is older. But then it's different if you see apostrophe TIL. That is what is newer, right? We've dropped an
Okay.
L, add that apostrophe. That's more informal. Usually
Okay.
we would just see it in like poems even. But then we've adopted that into spoken English a lot. It's a more informal version to say till,
Yes.
and there's a lot of expressions that we use it in.
Sure. Or even songs, lyrics,
Yep.
right? Yes. Okay.
Yes. So to jump back
Oh.
to the question really quick, till has the same meaning as until, right?
Mhm.
So till after means the same thing as until after,
Yep.
but it's true that you'll sort of hear them in different contexts. We use it most often to give directions for how long someone should wait to do something, is when we use till after. So we have a couple
Mm.
of sentences that you might hear that in. You want to share one of those, Lindsay?
Yeah, let's do some examples. Let our listeners kind of sink their teeth into some examples.
Yes.
So, don't look at this till after school, right? So maybe it's a letter and the mom doesn't want the kid to look at it before during school, so you have to wait until after or till after school, right?
Exactly. Or you can't have dessert till after dinner.
Oh, I always hated that. I always
I
wanted
know,
dessert
right? Dessert
first.
first, always.
Or we waited till after it stopped raining to go outside. Yeah, that makes
Yes. Now it's
sense.
interesting to note these just have the same meaning as until after. So it would
Right.
not be incorrect to say, don't look at this until after school. You can't have dessert until after dinner. The reason we
Mhm.
often choose till is to save time, right? We're shortening
Sure.
words all the time. And depending on the rhythm of the sentence. So sometimes you will hear a native say until or till instead. And it's sort of to keep because English has a certain rhythm.
I think you just froze up there a little bit for me, Aubrey. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Okay,
Oh,
we're
our
good.
video froze, but we're back.
We're back on track. All right. So going into the next piece, right? I think I missed part of what you said. Keep going, Aubrey.
Yeah, so we also use till, the apostrophe TIL, just to
Hmm.
replace until, and we don't always add after, and the meaning is a little different. So when we're saying till after, we're giving a specific time, until after something specific, school or
Right.
dinner. But just
Right.
till, we might say, don't open till your birthday,
Until the
or
day
don't
of your
open
birthday.
till
Yeah.
later. It's a more
Okay.
undefined or general time.
Got it. I love it. I love it. So good. And again, this is such natural English. We need this little construction to be able to communicate in everyday English. It's so common. Of course,
Yes,
we're always talking about
exactly.
time
Yes.
frames, right? Yeah.
And there are some really fun phrases that are commonly written with this more informal apostrophe TIL. So we're going to
Hmm.
share three of these with you. You should definitely be using them. You want to understand them when natives use them. You've likely heard them before, and maybe you didn't understand why we would say until or till. Now you know it's
Yes.
just we're speaking faster, we're shortening
Yes.
it. It would be grammatically accurate to say until, but for
I
these
love it.
next three expressions, it actually would be a little strange to say until because they've become idiomatic in their usage, where we
Yes.
use this expression word for word just like this. So, for
Exactly.
example, till
Hmm.
next time, right? You'll
Yes.
often hear this. An announcer will say, till next time, meaning like, see you next time. And it would be
Yeah.
strange for them to say, until next time.
Right. I love that. And then in line, same idea is till we meet again. Where do we hear that typically? I'm trying to place that, Aubrey. Where would I hear that
I hear that most
again?
often in church. It'll
Okay.
often be in songs, like we said, it's poetic, right? It's in
Yeah.
songs, and we'll
Okay.
hear that idea till we meet again. And it is a little more
Songs.
formal. I can imagine maybe one of my grandparents saying this to me, till we meet again. Even though you're
Yeah.
using that TIL, it's sort of a formal way of saying see you later. See you next
Yeah.
time we see you.
I love it. So you may hear it, guys. You can decide which of these you really want to use and which of them don't make sense with your own personality, right? That's where you
Definitely.
guys are at right now with your English, which is so exciting. You can be creative with your language. Number two is shop till you drop.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Lindsay? Do you like to shop till you
Oh,
drop? That
I
means
hate
like shop for
shopping.
a long time. That doesn't mean go and buy one thing and leave.
No, I hate shopping. I am
You
not a
do.
shopper. I sometimes I'll have like it's hit or miss for me, right? Every time. But if I have like a hit, like early if it has to be early on in my shopping day that I find something that is perfect and it fits, and then I'll feel really positive about it. But eventually I hit a wall and it's like an hour or two. I can't do it. I lose energy. It's so draining for me shopping.
I love that expression. It's the same for me, and I love that, to hit a wall. It's such
Yeah.
a like a visual,
Ugh,
right? Where you imagine just a wall and you cannot go further. You can't do it anymore.
it's rough. I get there quickly. Yeah. It's what about you, Aubrey? Do you like to
Yep,
shop till
I'm
you
the
drop?
same. Really don't like shopping, especially if it's for like I'll have to take my kids shopping. And
Yeah,
that's
of
the
course.
hardest because I'm not even shopping for myself. There's nothing fun. It's just sort of a duty, something you have to do. I try to make it fun. My kids love shopping, so I have to be okay with it
Do
taking
they?
longer than I want to be there. But I'm the same. I hit a wall and I'm just done. Let's go.
No. That's funny that your kids love shopping and you don't like it.
I know, it's like the worst case scenario. But I guess it wouldn't be fun either if I loved shopping and I had to drag them with me and they didn't love it.
True,
But
true.
honestly, sometimes they're old enough now that I can just drop them off at the mall or at Target. I'll just
Yeah,
give them money and be like, just go shop. I don't want to
that's
go with you.
perfect. You decide what you wanna wear. Yeah, no, shopping is the mall culture I can't stand. We have
Yeah.
quite a mall culture in the United States, and I am not a fan.
I
I'm
know
not a
it's I
fan.
feel like it's for like young teenagers anymore, right?
Yes,
I don't want to
yes,
be at a mall, but they love it. They love
they love
wandering
it.
shop to shop,
It's
maybe
like a
meeting up
social
with
thing for them,
friends,
right?
getting a little
Yeah.
something to eat, something fun for them to do.
Yeah, so it's good. It keeps them out of trouble, right? There you go.
Yes.
All right, so there's one more that's also very common and fun. What is it, Aubrey?
Yeah, it ain't over till it's over. You guys have heard this word
Ah,
ain't, which is very slang for
yes.
isn't. And this whole phrase you'll hear together, it ain't over till it's over, which is easy to understand. It means what it's saying, right? Something isn't
Yeah.
over until it's really over. But we use this more often to, I think, talk about something that we want to end quicker, but we recognize like this is going to take longer.
Yeah, that or I also think of in a game if a team is ahead. Let's say I'm watching a baseball game and my team is losing and but my friend is kind of boasting that his team is winning, let's say, right? I could say it ain't over till it's over, right?
Oh, yeah, that's
We
true. We
could
do
come
say saying
back.
like, "Don't count them out. They might be behind, but it's not
Yeah.
over till it's over."
Exactly. And guys, we've talked a lot about the word ain't and when it's okay to use it and when you honestly just shouldn't use it. There's just a few words in the English language that we don't recommend, but in this case, it's okay because it's a chunk, it's a saying. And everyone knows that you're not using ain't in a fully genuine way, right? Aubrey, you're using it in a saying way and it gives you a pass. You're allowed to use
Exactly
it in
right.
this
It
way.
makes it more lighthearted and fun. It's part of this
Hmm.
expression. And so you
Yes,
could use this expression at business in a meeting, right? If someone's saying,
totally.
"Oh, we don't know about this project, things aren't looking good," you say, "It ain't over till it's over." Because you're using this expression, it's expected to use that word. So even though it's slang, it would still be appropriate.
Exactly, but just as long as you're not taking the word out and using it alone in your own
Right.
sentence, don't do that, especially in business. Then you're okay if you stay within the phrase, right?
Yeah, I'm glad you
Good stuff.
pointed that out because it's true. Ain't is one of those words that is can be really grating if people are using it in the wrong context. It's very slang, so you do have to be a little more careful
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, it's a really interesting case. Michelle and I have talked quite a bit about that on the show. Fascinating. There's just a handful of words in English that we warn you against, right? And
Mhm.
that's one of them. So,
Definitely.
all right, do we have a role play, Aubrey?
Yes, so just like we were talking about in the beginning, you and I are friends and we're chatting at a dog park.
All right, I love it. I love to be at the dog park. So here
Nice.
we
I'll
go.
start us. Ready?
Yes.
How's it going training your puppy?
Well, not bad. Definite improvements, but potty training is still touch and go.
Oh, that's rough. It ain't over till it's over.
That's for sure. What have you got going on for the rest of the day?
I have to take my kids school shopping, so, shop till you drop.
Do they like shopping?
They like it more than I do. I hate clothes shopping.
Well, good luck with that. I gotta run. Till next time.
Bye.
Nice. I like how, our role play here is similar to the conversation that we just had together. That was spontaneous and natural, right?
Yes, for sure,
So
right? You got two examples, one scripted
Mhm.
and then one that was very spontaneous, but on the same, both about the shopping and about the dog park.
Yeah, very interesting.
I probably
Um,
just had both on the brain because I wrote
yeah,
that role play.
probably. I love it. And here's a bonus phrase for our listeners for today. This will probably be in the app, right, Aubrey? Most
Yeah,
likely.
definitely. For something
Touch
to be
and
touch
go.
and go. You had said, "Oh,
Mm,
potty training is still touch and go," which means
yeah.
sometimes it's going great, sometimes
Yeah.
not so great. That's a really fun idiom.
Yeah, it really depends on the day, right?
Mhm.
Absolutely. And then I said, "Oof, that's rough. It ain't over till it's over." That's what you said. Yeah, it ain't over till it's over. And a little intonation there will make that more interesting, guys. It ain't over till it's over.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's true. We go up in the middle and then back down when we say that expression. Good point. And
Hmm.
then you asked what I had going on, and I said, shop till you drop, because we're going shopping. And I'm guessing with the intonation there, I'd been like, shop till you drop. And you could tell,
Your
doesn't sound like
tell.
she loves shopping.
Yeah, I mean, guys, this is sarcasm, right? And we need to do more episodes, I think, on sarcasm because I'm not sure how common it is in other languages. Or how it's expressed. But obviously,
Yeah,
you're
it's
being
definitely
sarcastic
different
here.
culture to culture, so that's true.
Yes.
More often, it's good to point it out and do specific episodes where we can share this is how you use sarcasm correctly, because you can accidentally just be mean without meaning to.
We do it. Yeah, we're very sarcastic in American English, but you need to. It's like understanding the whole context of everything
Mhm.
that is being said, and then you know
And
who's
using the
being
right
sarcastic.
intonation. Mhm.
That's huge. But just to know, guys, that is sarcastic right there. So we'll talk about that another day. Let's see what else, and
And
then
you ended it, right, with "Till
mhm,
next time," which is
yeah,
a fun way to just say, "See you later." Till next
yeah,
time,
that is
especially
fun.
if I love this for if we're meeting at a dog park and that's
Yeah,
where I usually see you, right? We both have
right.
a dog and we're meeting there. You know that you might see me next time you come to the dog park. That's a very
Yes.
appropriate way to say, "Till next time."
Yeah, that makes total sense, and that is the thing. You can make dog owner friends, right? You meet people and you see the same people over and over. It's kind of a cool little
Totally.
subculture
Yes.
in your
Or at
neighborhood.
the
Very
park with
cool.
kid, like this happens a lot where you run into the same people depending on where you're going. And so that would be a
Yeah.
great way to say bye, to say,
Well,
"Till next
next
time."
time, yeah, because that's what brings you together is to have your kids at the playground or your dog at the dog park or something like that. So good. All right,
Exactly.
what's our takeaway for our listeners today, Aubrey?
Yeah, so to use these expressions with till, they're very native and natural. And then to shorten until, to save time, to be a little more informal. This is very native. This is a good way for you guys to build connections. So maybe listen to this episode again, pay attention to these example phrases and the role play. How do natives use until? How does it change the rhythm? How are we saving time? And then you
Hmm.
can use these words to just sound native and natural, build those connections.
Yeah, and huge thank you to our listener Alan for sending in this question. We love your questions, guys. You can send them in to Lindsay at allearsenglish.com if you have a good question. Good stuff,
Yes.
Aubrey.
Awesome.
Great. Well, I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for hanging out today.
Yeah. Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Until next time. Bye.